to get more bad news when we find out over the weekend that Chris Sale is on the 15-day injury list, which is probably going to be a lot longer than that, backdated to June the 19th when he dove and fractured his left rib cage. This is like a hamstring. This is like any muscle pull. You can say 15 days. Nobody knows when Chris Sale is going to be back.
Well, that's the paperwork. You have to put something on the paperwork. You ever been in a situation where they slide a piece of paper and they go, yeah, you have to put something in? Well, 15 is the number that you put in Major League Baseball. And then the league says, okay, we got it. We'll file it away, and then we'll tell the world. I knew it was bad when it didn't say rib. It said rib cage, because I went to chiropractic school. I know what a rib cage is. That's multiples of ribs. You break one, the one above, the one below, there's a problem. Intercostals, we haven't even gotten to that, which really makes it hard to breathe. About a year ago, I broke a rib. It was actually two, and I'm sleeping, sitting up in the corner of my couch. I don't have to do anything except speaking to a microphone. And
You're not a Cy Young Award winner.
I'm not a guy who anybody relies upon to actually try to achieve something that we ain't done enough around here in 60-plus years. We got one in 2021, thank God, but let's go out and do it again. Well, everybody's burden has just gotten heavier. If everybody's a mule, let me just give you an analogy. If everybody's a mule, and what do they call it? You pack up a mule. Everybody's got more weight on their back right now than the day before this news came out.
Now, this was a joke that we had with Chris Sale running on Thursday when he joined us. And Dimino, I think, once again, I'm not going to say you spoke something into existence, but you hit the nail right on the head.
We opened the show with the day after this happened, before Chris Sale was even a thought that we were going to have on. What's he doing? Can't do this. And it all comes about, remember, there's the butterfly effect. There are now, you look back and you go, man, I wish he wouldn't have started the ninth inning. This wouldn't have happened. Yeah, that's really easy to say now. I wish he had thrown 10 more pitches, and Nick Allen, all the credit I gave him, and then Chris Sale gave him for saving 10 or 12 pitches to get him out there in the ninth. You go, that son of a bitch.
Well,
that Nick Allen, he's the reason this happened. You get crazy thoughts. Between working here in Romper Room and all the things that are happening now, you just start to get crazy. Like, I feel, what was the movie with Robin Williams when he was in Alaska? Wasn't it
Insomnia with Al Pacino?
Right. Was Robin Williams in that too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you get that crazy effect. It never gets dark out. I'm awake all the time. That's what it feels like around here. Between this place, interns going to get gas, interns going to get hot dogs, interns who are cutting up sound, and then they're, whatever it is.
You're making yourself crazy. You know that, right? This stuff is making you crazy.
I just said that.
We're all going to end up in the same place. Just let it go. We're all going to end up 6 feet under, no matter what.
I feel like
just let it go.
I spent the last 48 days in Alaska, and the sun hasn't gone down once. That's what I feel like.
Mondays for you are like that. I've noticed that.
No, I got to be honest. It's not just Mondays.
Well, it's worse on Mondays. I think others have noticed as well. We'll work through it. As Chris Sale, this is the conversation we had with him the day after that spectacular start and the day after that dive. So how you feeling after that web gem in the ninth inning last night?
Pretty good. It's not too often you can almost throw a complete game, and that's kind of on the back burner of things talked about. So it was fun.
Yeah, can I tell you never do that again? I mean, that's what I would say if I was the manager of this team, if I was the owner of this team, the general manager of the team. But you've proved you can do it. How about we don't do it again?
Yeah, with the stipulations that were at hand, basically, whenever a batter gets on right there, I'm out of the game. So I saw my opportunity to kind of extend my outing, and I had to do it. Plus, I got these guys in the clubhouse thinking they're going to take my Gold Glove away. So, I gotta let them know.
Yeah, we can laugh about it, and we did then. No one's laughing now. And you pulled a Lou Brown. Nice play. Don't ever blank and do it again.
He's stretching, trying to get ready for his next start when they realize, man, something ain't right. I don't even know how, because the play, you see him bounce, and you go, oh, man, I don't want anybody doing that, let alone he is, and I used a term this weekend. Chris Sale has got, it's incredible the injuries that have happened to this guy. He's the worst case scenario of a guy. There's unscathed, and then there must be scathed. If there's unscathed, there must be scathed. He's scathed. He's had crap happen to him, including this one now that you go.
Yeah, the last 2 years in a Braves uniform. Here is Brian Snitker talking about the injury. This is from Saturday's Snitker Report with Ben Ingram on the Braves Radio Network.
got a couple of broken ribs, and he did it on that play in the ninth inning, the slow hopper between first and the mound, and when he dove for that ball and landed on his side, so I don't think it bothered him after the game, and I know he kind of really gigged him a little bit yesterday as he's doing his exercises, so they had him checked out, and it'll be a while, I guess, and you got to let the thing heal before you can start doing anything.
So I would guess when he was on with us on Thursday, he was sore.
Yeah.
He was feeling it, but then he thought it would go away, and then he goes out, according to Snicker there, and works out whatever his routine is 2 days after he starts that Friday and says, no, it hasn't gone away. In fact, maybe it's worse. Got checked out, and the rest, as they say, is history. On the shelf is Chris Sale.
Who's the kid in the kids' books? Is it Alexander, who always has like a very bad, crappy sort of day, whatever? Isn't there a list of books? Is it a series of books?
Yeah, is it Alexander's no good?
Yeah, that's Chris Sale.
Very bad day. Yeah.
That's Chris Sale.
So
that's
I guess, is it to teach kids we're all going to have bad days, work through them? Is that how that is supposed to work? Why kids would read those books? Because it sounds downright depressing.
Alexander and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
That's Chris Sale. Chris Sale's the living, breathing athlete version of that because he just... You said the last 2 years. Go look what happened to him in Boston.
I only care about here. That's not a me problem.
I'm telling you, this guy, the guy won the Cy Young Award last year, was a Triple Crown winner, and you know how it ended? Horribly. Now he's become arguably one of the top 3 pitchers in baseball over his last 8 or 9 starts. Ain't going to be around here at a time when they need him the most.
Here is more from Snit on Saturday.
I wasn't even aware. I don't think after the game I saw him in the weight room, and he was doing his post-game stuff. And so I think he felt a little bit 2 days ago, and then yesterday it kind of surfaced. And so you know what? It's just nothing you can do about it. It's a freak thing, and we're going to keep playing.
Yeah, I'm sure if they knew, they would not have moved everybody back and decided to start Didier Fuentes on Friday. And I'm not saying he's the reason they lost. What I am saying, though, is he didn't help. And the offense was terrible in that game. And I guess the bigger picture is it's something that we talked about on Friday. When you look at his record and his age and his ERA, if you're in a position that the Braves are in, this is something you can ill afford to do. You can't bank on moving everybody back when you face the Mets again and keep juggling things. Because 9 times out of 10, the baseball gods are going to get you. Now, you've said it. The golf gods are worse than the baseball gods. But the baseball gods are going to get you when you do stuff like this.
Yeah.
And they did.
Trying to play the long game is a real thing, especially with what can happen to pitchers. You try to play the long game. But do you pay a price in the meantime? There's 7 games back on a wild card. And I started to do 55 and 31, 640 baseball. Nobody in baseball is playing 640 baseball. So you not only have to be much better than you've been, like a ton better than you've been so far this year, but you have to be better for 86 games than anybody in baseball has been at all this year in totality. And I did the math, and I have all the teams that you got to catch. I can tell you want simple math? I can tell you how you want, if you want to spin it to be not so bad. If you are 1 game better every 10 days than 4 of the teams in front of you, you will end up with the same exact record than them. That doesn't sound too difficult. That's like saying lose a pound every 10 days, and look, you can be down X amount of pounds as long as you spread the time out. Now, will you run out of time? I don't know. They have to play 2 out of 3 baseball. You know what 640 is? With this whole winning series thing, where you just didn't win a series against the Marlins, you have to win every series. Every time you play three games, you have to win 2. They have not done that. You're asking them to do something, and you're asking them to do it with Michael Harris, who...
He's an automatic out.
I'm going to get to him in a little while.
We'll get to him now if you want to.
You're doing it without Chris Sale, who had become, again, one of the 3 best pitchers in baseball. So he's gone, and I got to rely on Bryce Elder. I got to rely on Schwellenbach. I got to rely on anybody else who might get the baseball, including a 20-year-old kid who's going to get the baseball in New York City coming up this week. None of this is really good math. And the 55 and 31, look, even I'm getting tired of trying to, what's it take to get to 90 wins? Because we've been doing this for a couple of years around here. All of a sudden, this becomes a national thing. Oh, let's get to 90 wins. I'll change it up. Be 1 game better than every team in front of you every 10 games, and you can be a wild card team. But why do I think you're going to do that? And why am I going to ask? What you've not been good at times this year, you're now going to become exceptionally good at.
And Michael Harris is 3 for his last 30, 1 extra base hit in his last 8 games. His batting average is now down to 223. Now, this to me is astounding. He hasn't walked in 29 games. That's 113 plate appearances, and he struck out 26 times in that span. He's got 10 walks all season. Only 3 major league qualifiers have fewer. When he's got 2 strikes on him and you're a pitcher, if you don't go down and away on him, you should be banned from baseball like you failed a drug test, because he's going to go reaching for that pitch every single time.
Here's the problem now. Let's just use a train analogy and our passengers on a train. How many trains are going to pass you where something good will happen for the Atlanta Braves? It's a car full of good, because it does feel like you need 3 good things to happen to you. 3. There's not one good thing. Michael Harris hitting is not enough. You need 3 good things. There's a better chance that one more bad thing happens than 3 good things. If you're really going to take and look at the season, and if you're going to look at this team's abilities and inabilities, you need, and I'll let you pick, by the way. This would be, the thing about it now, you can give it to me later today, give it to me tomorrow. What 3 things do you think, if they turned good for the Braves, would put this team in a position where you go, yeah, you know what,
Like
today
from an individual standpoint or just overall?
I just said, if Michael Harris becomes the player he's been, that's not enough. I can promise you that's not enough. Give me another thing that would have to happen.
Producing with runners in scoring position.
Okay, it'd be nice, but I don't even think those 2 things are enough, because I don't know if you know this. I've got a really short-handed staff, and I'm going to tax my bullpen. Give me one more thing.
More power from Ozzie Albies.
I don't think that's enough. I got a rotation I don't know enough about for at least the next month, I believe. I got a bullpen that's going to be taxed because of it. And I have a team that hasn't, with 9 more outs to go yesterday. So here's my Michael Harris thought. You want it now?
Sure.
Michael Harris doesn't deserve to be written into the lineup. And I don't want to hear about, but look how good he is catching fly balls. You can't make up for what he is not doing at the plate with telling me he catches fly balls. Not now. Now, my thing, maybe I'm wrong. You're going to get sent down for 10 days. But here's what you're going to do the first 3 days. You're not going to look at a baseball bat. You're not going to do anything. Go away for 3. We're going to let you play. I don't know who goes down there to fix him. Who's his muse? I have no idea. But you can't send us out and ask me how I know that this is something you can't do anymore.
How do you know this is something?
What was his only goal in the 9th inning yesterday?
His only goal was to move the runner over. His only goal was to not hit into a double play.
His only goal was to ensure that Ronald Acuna got another at-bat.
And he hit into a double play.
I trust Nick Allen more to get me to a Ronald Acuna at bat than Michael Harris. That's the epiphany for me. Well, that means I can't write your name in. Now, you want to give him a day off, 2 days off? Fantastic. But you know what you're going to tell me? I can't, because look at his defense. I didn't realize it became so difficult in Major League Baseball to catch fly balls. I didn't realize that guys had balls go between their legs when balls were rolling to them in the outfield. We got to cut it out with the defense. He hit into a double play, which all but ensured that Ronald Acuna wasn't going to get another swing in a 2-run game.
Because Sean Murphy struck out to end the game. The good news is, I guess, if you need some tires because of Drake Baldwin's home run on Saturday, today you save on a full set of Cooper or Goodyear tires, and you get a free oil change and tire realignment at Tire Discounters. TireDiscounters.com/Braves is the place to go. And going a step further on Michael Harris and walks, he's never walked more than 25 times in a season. So essentially he walks half as much as an average major league player. Now, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing with the bat, other than that, I guess you can overlook that, but he's doing nothing right with the bat right now. Nothing.
I just said that Nick Allen would have given me a better chance to get to Ronald Acuna than Michael Harris. If that's not your epiphany, that's fine. We can have a disagreement. He's 3 for his last 30 with 1 extra base hit. And by the way, that's the short version of how bad he's been.
And incidentally, Ozzie Albies went 2 for 4 yesterday. He ain't much better. 14 for his last 78, a $179, no home runs, 3 extra base hits, 5 RBIs in his last 21 games. The power seems to have abandoned Ozzie Albies, and I don't know if it's coming back.
So that's not good, because my shortstop can't hit a home run. My left fielder can't hit a home run. So that's not really good that my center fielder and my second baseman can't hit a home run either. I can't replace them all. I only got 26 to choose from. Michael Harris, and I'm sorry, this is the reality, he does not deserve to be written into the lineup. And if you can fix him, and I don't know who would be in charge of that, and maybe he just needs to get away for a little bit. But this is not, there's not enough good happening that I gave you 3 chances to rub on the lamp and give me 3 things you would like this team, and I'm not telling you that all 3 of those things come true. I don't know if that's enough.
Might not be. You're absolutely right. It might not be. Maybe we need like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but then we're getting greedy.
You don't get 6, 7, 8,
I know,
9,
we're
10.
getting
You
greedy.
get 3.
And then the genie turns on you. Then the
Get
genie
3.
punishes you. If you rub the lamp and say, oh, by the way, can I get 2 more wishes? Boom, you get hit with a bolt of lightning, and you're mort, dead, as
Now
they say in
you
Italy.
get nothing.